Folks, welcome to the lab. And boy, oh boy, what is this thing? Interesting story here. I'm just flipping through Facebook Marketplace, looking at things, and I see this guy that had this just like a tabletop full of um, Halloween decorations. And there's like, I don't know, a plastic severed foot and like a mask and a skull and like some plastic chain and crap like that. And it was like, oh, all for $15. And then there was this. There was this lantern was sitting there with that bunch of junk. And I said, everything on that table? And they're like, yep. I'm like, well, okay. I'll bite. So went there and I said, I'm just here for that weird looking yellow thing. And I was joking. I'm like, oh, that'll look nice in my window for trick or treaters. um, so yeah, I said you can keep that other crap. I just want this. So that's what I did, and I got it for $10. But there's a problem. That I didn't notice till I got it home. But hey, we're still gonna do cool things. I don't need that. But someone electrified it or did something like that. And I'm not sure. Oh, look, I could just set this right here. I'm not sure what's going on here. This looks like that's just kind of paint stuck on this rim. Oh boy. It looks like somebody tried pounding that down. Oh, and they pounded the living shit out of the reservoir too. Well, they put a hole in the bottom, so screw that. Basically, the reason I wanted this was for the fuel cell to put in another one of these I have that's in nice shape but missing a fuel cell. But maybe, at least for it to look more complete, it needs a burner too, the other one. And there's no burner on this. But, I don't know, maybe I could still use the space just to throw on that. And, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'll know once I get all this darn paint off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get the paint off this thing. And I'm curious as to how old it is. And interesting, the one I have that's missing a fuel cell is also New York Central. And it has a matching globe and all that stuff. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I only have two of these. I have that black one was the first. And the other one just, the price was right. And it had matching glass. So that's why I have two of those. And that was missing a fuel cell. These are my signal lights. And this one right here, this is an Embry number 40. I just finished a restoration on that yesterday. And oh yeah, these are Dietz Night Watch, and there's a Dietz number 40. And these are Vestas. And these are a bunch of CT hams and things up there. Anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna get the paint off this, obviously, paint it on with a brush. I'd be curious to know if there's a color given to this underneath. And unfortunately, the bail is gone. And I know a nice strong steel and a very interesting bend pattern in it for a locking mechanism here, things like that. I'm not going to just, I can't make one of those, I don't think. We'll see. Maybe I will. I'll try. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the paint off this thing, and then we're going to try to get that off there. Not that it really matters. Boy, what happened here? Man, that's too bad they did that. Arg. Yeah, yeah. A porthole into my soul. Why did you do that to this poor Vesta? All right, let's get some paint off this sucker. Well, ran out of oven cleaner, which I do use now to strip paint. Ran out of oven cleaner, just had enough just for the top. I just want to see what was going on there. So we got yellow paint on top of black paint on top of white paint. And by the way, I found manufacturer date. This is January of 1924 at Syracuse plant. So this is the oldest Vesta I have. Pretty cool. So, even though they wrecked the fuel cell, now I'm going to look for 2 fuel cells and a bale. All right, so let's, I'm going to dry this off, and then I can have some regular old stripper, which I've been using before the oven cleaner. I don't like it very much in comparison now. But this is household paint on here, so this may work just fine. So we'll see. All right. Well, this was a couple, well, this was, you saw it after just doing the lid with my Easy Off. And the rest of it was with dollar store brand oven cleaner. Didn't do squat. So the second application was just regular old paint stripper. Yeah, so yeah, there was yellow paint over black over white, and there's a whole bunch of black junk all over the place. I'm assuming if you look back and saw my one of my other Vesta restoration videos, where I'm like, what is all this crap? And it turned out to be wax, because people were putting candles in here. And look what they did to that. Yeah, man, I mean, this tank's just wrecked in so many ways. I would have thought that maybe I could patch that hole, you know, patch a tin, some solder, but I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll attempt it just to see if I can do it. But I want to get at some of this chunkage before it dries up. So let's get into this thing. And by the way, I don't know if you can see. Well, I can't even see it. Oh, there's a date right there. It's like Syracuse, October of 24. Pretty cool. It's 100 years old. This guy was decorating for Halloween with a 100-year-old lantern. Yeah, go figure. All right, so let's explore a little bit here. All right, so I'm going to start taking some nylon bits.
Now, because I am curious, I want to see what it is they screwed up here. See if there's any hope for it. I need to double up on my glasses here. Get a good angle so you can see along with me. Trying to see how they cut it. Well, something to be said there. They certainly have changed the shape of the metal, so. Let's clean her up a little bit. Yeah, so we've got a couple of these little overlapping areas there. Obviously from a single beveled cutter, just kind of everything went off to that one side there. Well, I'm halfway intrigued here. I could find a piece of tin. Solder it on there. I don't see why not. Well, let's think about that down the road, folks. You see that? How that's overlapped. And that's overlapped. Okay, well. Unless these need to come out. I don't know. I wonder if that was a lip. Yep. Have to bring down another one. Take a look. All right, let's take a peek. Okay, I get it now. We still might be okay, because like I said, well, I think we'd be all right once I bend that back out. At the top like that. It ain't gonna look as pretty as that, but it explains those curves. Well, let me do that, and then let me see if this will fit. Certainly don't want to damage this, because this is this other Vesta is pristine, and the other one I have has no burner or fuel cell. So there is encouragement there for sure, because okay, we just need to go down. All right, so it doesn't need to go down all the way. Yeah, I see there's a couple flat surfaces. I probably shouldn't even have freaking touched it. But my brain. So, my brain, I'm thinking about patching that. This was very interesting. This was a crown, and I think it was a CT ham that I got. This was a homemade crown. It looks like baby food lid, very old baby food lid. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to put it on there like that. I'm going to cut it out. But this might be a good spot. Oh, that's what I'm thinking there. I haven't even gotten to this yet. My brain just won't let me. I mean, I know this is going to be just fine. It's just going to be a pain in the butt to get the rest of this stuff off of here because it's dried out already. But I got nothing but time. Okay. Let me see. I need a template. Yeah, how about an old socket? That seems about right. Well, let's see how good these $3 tin snips are. Oh, nice. Well, I just do that. This cut, get shit out of the way here. Okay. Okay. They just paid for themselves. And I had some backup. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the inside of this circle. All right, well, we have a tin billet. Okay. But now I got to get it super clean. Shouldn't be too hard. I know a thing or two about cleaning metal. All right. Boy, you know, I could just JB weld that right on there. Totally could. Yeah, looks like somebody tried banging the baffle out of the way, too. All right, well, I'm going to wait on putting that on in case we need that hole for something. Okay, well, yeah, this is actually getting exciting, folks. We're turning this into something. To think that this could have been just lost and just put out with somebody's Halloween decorations, you know, out by the curb after another Halloween of, oh, it's time, maybe next year we'll do new decorations. And that just, you know, gone forever. So glad I was able to rescue this. Granted, looking at it right now isn't very appealing, but yeah, cool. Let's continue. These are different. Oh, no. Okay, I get it now. Son of a bitch. The one on the left looks like... Nope. So that rises up. Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking to myself, but these are clearly different. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a difference. So there's been a modification change because you can see on the right, you see they got those ventilation holes there. Yeah, okay. Oh, I get it. All right. So there are... Let me zoom in. So here we have the ventilation holes and this kind of insert in here. But if you look in there, you can see... Yeah, so that's where it's letting air in. Okay. It's letting fresh air underneath to go up next to the flame. This, on the other hand, does not do that. Does not have that. So there's no ventilation holes here. Okay. I wonder if that was for like a different job. I wonder if they had the ventilation for a different job. I don't know. I'm new to the Vesta thing, so I need a Vesta expert. But until then, I'll just keep cleaning this baby up. Cool. Well, I think we might be done with this part. So I was toying with something this morning. Well, it was so beautiful outside. I sat out there. Let me show you what I was doing. Sat out there. Had this template of a Vesta bale, and I had an old, very old hunk. You can see it had a handle on it once. Not sure exactly what this came off of, but it came on a lantern at some point. So I've been toying with, just have something so I can hang it up with. Something strong enough too. And, of course I can't put that little, hand part there for, well, that's kind of something there, right? Hey, what the heck? Or something. So this is what I have been tooling with. I haven't really been I haven't been trying it on there too much. We'll do that in a minute. But Look at this baby. Is ready for some linseed oil. I'm getting rid of the steel wool dust. Alright, and out of there. Well, I can steel wool this, right? Yeah, I mean this this bale was a total mess. And so I think I'm just gonna JB weld this piece on here. Just gonna put a nice beater on there and press it on there. Man, you almost wouldn't be able to notice it hardly. And at some point, maybe I could put some solder around there just for fun. What's it look like from the inside? Geez, looks like a bullet hole on the inside. But that will surely hold fuel. And I don't think that... Oh. Look at that. Let me look up close. Looks like this has got a couple pinholes in it. I could put a little blob of welded on there. That's a hole for sure. 2 holes. Okay. Well, let me take a look at the wire wheel. There could be numerous holes. They're just kind of buried a little bit. Let me see, maybe I could put a little more polishing on the outside of this whole thing before continuing. Okay, let's resume steel wool. All right, so we'll clean our surface, little acetone. Clean that up as well. Oh, almost forgot about our little issues here on the outskirts of town. Okay, so we got that spot, and that. Okay. Let's see. So Take me. And before, let's see if I wonder if I got something nice and heavy to plop on that. Well, I can use the same weight that I cut my little thing out of. Okay, cool. But yeah. Okay. That's where I'm gonna sit it back. You can't see where I'm talking about, but someplace even. Okay. Yeah, entirely too much. I almost always make too much, but that's okay. But if you make too little, it takes 2 seconds to make up more. And again, this stuff can be sanded down, so if you end up putting too much on, you're okay. You just sand it off. And I'm going really, kind of beyond where I need to, but, it's practice. I want to be careful. I don't put a whole shit ton there so it comes squishing out. It is probably going to come squishing out the sides. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. All right, let's plop this thing down on here and see. Nope. I'm pressing down slow because it's okay if it squirts out inside the tank. I'm just trying to limit its amount here. Oh, yeah, perfect. I'm sure we've got a good seal all the way around there. Putting a little pressure to see. Yeah, it's coming around all corners. All right, so all I'm going to do is set this off to the side and put this baby on it. And, yeah, I'm good to go. Tomorrow we'll clean that up. I want to make sure. I don't want to have a big glob of this stuff there because I don't want this thing welded to it. All right, so that there. Yeah, look at how much extra I made. Oh boy. I'm just going to have fun filling in a couple of cracks. All right. Meanwhile, I could look for else. All right, let's see. So, I'll put this over here. Plop that weight on it, and then I can stay right there. Well, I wish I had something I can use that remaining, plug a hole somewhere, but this thing's in great shape. That's okay. JB Weld, it's cheap. Amazing stuff. Okay. Now, maybe we could play with that bail a little bit. I'm just going to, the last tone, get this stuff off my fingers. All right. Half tone. All right, so we don't need my little, this was a piece of lunch meat container, the lid, which could be like a spatula for spreading. Not gonna need it. Okay, maybe, why don't we treat? We can treat this baby. So let's do that. Let's treat. Okay. So I already brushed it down, get rid of all the dust. This wasn't necessarily a rust bucket when I started, but there is all the metal has been polished, which is making it nice and vulnerable to flash rust, especially the cage here. It just seems like, like bale wire and cage, which is same kind of wire, right? Very vulnerable. Seem to be the first things that acquire flash rust. Did I already do that? Yeah, looks like I did. Okay, let's get a nice towel. I'll wipe this down. Oh yeah, it's got an attitude now, man. I can see. Nice. Little patina on there now. Clean brush. Nice Over here. Well, I just realized that I did that JB Welding job on that. So unfortunately, I will not be able to do reassembly for my glamour shot, you know, that I like to put at the end of all my videos. May have to wait till tomorrow on that. Yeah, it's amazing here. It's the day before Halloween, and I got windows open, and I can hear farm equipment roaming around outside. So I think they're chopping down feed corn, shredding it up. I'm no farmer, but I am familiar with the cycles of things there. Wow, this thing really, I mean, when you think back what I started with, that thing covered in yellow paint and had some freaky little candle stuck in it. Like, what's going on there? Okay, time for my trusty chopstick to get in the nooks. All right, I think that's just about gonna do it. Let me see what I have for a bulb that I can plop in there just for fun. Well, couldn't find a red one. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. I could have sworn. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Thinking of the Night Watch, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a Dietz Night Watch that you can fit one of these babies in. Oh, all right. How about this very toasted, broken Embry number 40 Fresnel? Well, bottom fits. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's pretty awkward looking in there, and it's not even close. Well, definitely gonna dig myself up a couple of. I have one good Vesta globe. One good one. One busted one. And one without one. Okay. So let's take a look at the bail. See what I came up with here. Oh, sorry. And you know me and bales and this desk. But luckily these are short lanterns. So the cool thing about these Vesta bales, they got kind of a lock, interesting lock there. And it should still open. So here's the globe that's in there, by the way. You can see it's got a big old chunk out of it. And it's Corning glass. Man, dusty. Holy moly. I guess I don't even realize it, how much dust I generate in here. All right. So yeah, it just might. Yeah, it just might work. Crazy as though it seems. But I'd have to put the bends in them while it's on here. Otherwise, I'd have to bend these. I don't want to do that. So once I think I got it, well, see, that's kind of close, but if I bring it down, then I'll be able to open it. All right, that's enough to satisfy me. I can bend those. Okay, get this stuff out of here, because it could start getting to the point where Brad starts getting pissed off because, you know, bales and me. I might want to put this in the vise in a couple spots. Make sure that we're square. Yeah, that's as good as we're going to do, I think. All right, let me bring my example back here. I want to see. Okay. About there. Okay. So I want to make sure I got enough tension on this. Good amount of tension there. All right, so this is going to be tough because this is very strong bale wire. Might be some grunting involved here. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this in a way where you guys can't see. I'm sorry, folks, but I need to bring it close to my body to get leverage. And I don't need you to see me hold this in my lap and grunting. That's just unnecessary. So I try to bend it here and just this whole thing goes up. I wonder if I can get one bent and then worry about the other at some other point down the line. I may want to use the vise. Tricky work, this bale bending, especially when I picked the most heavy-duty bale wire known to man. Oh, I do see that this is bent a little bit. I didn't notice that before. God. Wow. All right. Yeah, damn. All right, well, yeah, that's unfortunate. Incredibly. Yeah, there's no way I can do this. There's no way that I'd want to do this. Let's put it that way. So the problem I'm having here is that I needed this to stay straight across, and it was until just 5 seconds ago. You just can't, yeah, just can't do it. Not with what I have here. And I know I'll get comments, well, why don't you just go to the store and get the blah, 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 blah. Well, that's the great thing about YouTube, that everybody knows how to do everything. And they feel they need to tell everybody else how. But I'm not asking you to tell me how. I'm doing this myself. This is how I've always done things. Taught myself to swim and everything. So that's just it. Just how it goes with me. So now, I want to bend this one up. I sure as hell can't have it on the vise in the lantern. I wish there was an undo button for this kind of thing. Technically, I could score it. I could score it and bend it. Well, here's what I ended up with. Excuse me. Here's what I ended up with, and it still kind of works the way it's supposed to, sort of. But me trying to bend those, I lost a little tension. The tension that goes up over and drives it out that way. So yeah, but hey, it's ugly. It is ugly, but I'll be able to hang it. Excuse me. I still have the COVID. But yeah, it's ugly, but I'll be able to hang it. And it'll kind of match the height and everything in partial shape. Yeah, not my best work, but because it's such an incredibly heavy gauge wire, and I just can't. I don't have the means. What is all this all over here? It must be just little shavings of metal from me going nuts on that thing with the pliers. That's what I'm finding everywhere here, because we are already treated. Okay. So, well, hey, this was a piece of Halloween decoration with a big old hole in it. And now we got a hole patched with a number of other holes patched. This thing looks beautiful, pristine, nice and smooth. It's all treated. And this is from 1924. It's the oldest Vesta I have. The black one you just saw is a 29. And that one is so... I can't for the life of me burn it. Because this thing was... oh boy, man, is that dusty. But somebody put a real nice paint job on this for it to be a display piece. And I would ruin all kinds of it. The paint with the heat. So, I'm cool with it remaining like this. Cool with it. It is a display piece. And it's a beauty. Just got to get a nice, better globe for it. And this fell in my lap. This is just by accident. This, by the way, is the Buffalo, Rochester, and Pittsburgh Railroad. And I'm from Rochester. This is the New York Central line. Should not be hard to find a New York Central Railroad globe. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them out there. And all right, hey, we're done with this. We're done with this, and that'll be ready to go tomorrow. And I'll just do a little cleanup there on these spots, and then this thing will be It's going to be all done. Folks, thank you so much for sticking around. And this was great to the whole process of finding this old ad for Halloween decorations and seeing a lantern and going and getting it. And it ends up like this. I love it. Love it. Love it. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by the cave for another. Oh, by the way, have you tried this yet? Oreo, zero sugar Oreo, not bad, not bad at all. I don't know how long it'll be around. That's it. Yeah, made a bail. Yeah, that actually does what it's supposed to. And this, I mean, I would cut these off right now for appearance's sake, but my hacksaw blade is shot. Folks, thank you so much. And we'll see you again. And don't you go change it.